All right, we're back, everybody, joining us this morning. Like we tell you this time of the year, we always try to save you on your taxes, give you tips that can help you out. And we got our tax expert and friend from H&R Block trying to let us know because, listen, y'all, the tax laws are a little different this year, and we want to keep you informed. So today, our tax expert is going to answer some frequently asked questions from HRBlock.com. And remember, if you have questions, you can always get expert advice at 1-800-HR-BLOCK. Please welcome to the show our friend, Miss Wilma Hayes.
Miss Wilma, welcome
Good
back.
morning.
Well, Miss Hayes, you ready to go?
Ready.
Well, here's question number one.
Mm-hmm.
My husband's sister was arrested for selling drugs, and the court gave us temporary custody of her 4 children. Can we put the children and any cost of caring for them on our tax returns? P. Martin in Jackson, Mississippi. Boy, Mississippi just be going through it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The ruling of the court made the children your dependents. So you're therefore entitled to any and all deductions and credits within the tax law as though they were your natural children. You're entitled to child tax credits, education credits, earned income credits, medical deductions for them. Treat them as though they were your own and put them on your return.
Oh, okay. That's good news.
All right, yeah.
Man, my niece with all them kids, ain't none of her husbands out. I've been sending money up there all the time.
Excuse me. Why is this segment always about that? Can you please get back to our listeners' questions?
For a rich person, you got too many issues.
Well, hell, y'all my relatives. That's the problem. These yo people too, Tom.
All right, come on.
All right, that's
Number
good
2.
to know. I had my first part-time job last year, and for the first time, I want to file taxes. My daddy wants to keep claiming me on his taxes because I live with him, and he's been supporting me. How can we work this out? C. Michaels in Portland, Oregon.
My initial response to this is a part-time job for 3 months in the summer. Why don't you just let Daddy have you as a dependent, for
Really?
the year?
You
That's
ain't
my
gonna get no
initial
money back on 3 years, are you?
What little bit
3
was
months.
taken out, to me, you should just let your father claim you. But there is another way to do this, and that is to go ahead, file his tax return, and indicate on the tax return that he is not claiming himself as a dependent. This will still allow his father to be at least head of household and to get the dependent exemption. The standard deduction will be big enough to get that little bit of tax that was withheld. But to really make it simple, just let Daddy claim you.
Yeah, ain't nobody daddy finna do that.
Right.
Ain't nobody daddy finna jeopardize his money, his check. Or you got the little part-time little piece of job.
Mm-hmm. But they
Part-time
They
piece of
will
job.
come into that office, and we'll look at that and listen to that story, and they'll do it.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get on over there and let your daddy. He been taking care of you. And you still live there. You ain't even chipping in on rent with the little part-time. All right, let's go to the next one.
Come on, number 3.
I had to pay for my eye exams out of my pocket because I do not have any health insurance. Can I write the whole bill off? And how will the Affordable Care Act help me with future medical bills? M. Walker, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
What?
This year's taxpayers may deduct medical expenses that come up to over 10% of their adjusted gross income. Now, that is increased from prior years. It was 7.5% of the adjusted gross income. So it's going to be harder, for him to deduct it, but those are the rules. So what happens with the Affordable Care Act is that they're going to make sure that he has medical insurance, he or she, has medical insurance starting in 2014. It's important for us to emphasize that it's the 2012 tax return that will determine their eligibility for medical care assistance through a tax credit on their tax return.
Man,
So the Affordable Care Act is just going to make sure he has medical insurance and he won't have to come up out of his pockets next year.
Okay, so you're saying that the government will allow you to write off the medical bills as they come up over 10% of your gross income.
Adjusted gross income, right.
Ain't that about that? You know how sick I have to be?
Here you go.
Why is it about you?
All the time.
I have to have
What?
radiation treatment, 3 types of cancer,
Lord
a
Jesus, don't put that out
vasectomy,
there, Steve.
Jeez.
and 4 bad teeth,
Okay.
Go with the
We
bad
get
teeth.
it.
Let the cancer stay where
Yeah.
it is.
and a cracked skull
Thank you,
with
Miss
nasal
Wilma.
damage, and a spine injury,
We have time
know
for
what?
another question,
We would
Steve.
miss him, wouldn't we?
and gout. Who's going to have gout. And need all that
You
food.
know, that
big
rich
toe.
food down in Mexico.
And a bad bladder. Just be sitting there just urinating down at the IRS office trying to explain it.
For real, dog. For real.
Ain't got no depend on or nothing. Just sitting down there just talking.
Steve.
Morning.
I said, I'll come down there to H&R Block. You going to help me.
I sure will.
Yeah, let's get him some help so he can get
the
the...
and recuperate, and I'll go right down to the IRS on your behalf.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Steve, Miss Wilma doesn't want to hear all of that.
Hey, these
Come
people
on.
with real issues. I just described my uncle. I don't know what y'all talking about. He got all that right now.
Did he make as much money as you did?
Hell no. He can write all that off. He still ain't sick enough for me to get no claim.
Come on. We have time.
I'm going to buy him a casket that costs $8 million. I'm going to get me some write-offs.
Well, you can't write off funeral expenses, Steve.
You can't?
No.
You ain't tell me that.
I
You
tried that.
cannot write off funeral expenses.
Hell, all this money I've been sending him, and when he die, I don't get nothing.
Nope.
Come on into the office. I can talk to you how to all
Lord,
of that.
jeez.
Can't write off funeral expense. I ain't know that.
No, you cannot write off funeral expenses.
Okay.
Can I have a funeral rehearsal?
Rehearsal dinner.
You gave it.
We have a rehearsal dinner for the funeral. We write that off. Miss Hayes, thank you so much, dog.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
And if you have any tax questions, contact Ms. Hayes or an expert now at 1-800-HR-BLOCK or visit hrblock.com. That's 1-800-HR-BLOCK or visit hrblock.com.